Should Germany be afraid of Switzerland? Switzerland have a reputation for beating teams better than them, but if they want to beat Germany, they have to fix a growing problem in their squad. However, Germany have their eyes on winning the Euro and firmly putting a recent past of poor tournaments behind them. To achieve this, Germany have to be careful of one thing. What should Germany be careful about? What problem is growing in the Switzerland squad, and who will win between these two teams? Welcome back to the football pit. Recap. Switzerland will play Scotland in their second match of the competition, and that match will be everything fans want it to be and more. The two teams have become a thorn in each other's sides when it comes to the Euros. They have met in both qualifiers and the main tournament. Out of the 4 qualifiers that they have played, Scotland only won once. They drew 2 against each other, and Switzerland won the last one. When they met in the 1996 Euro, Scotland beat Switzerland. So, historically, Scotland has a slight advantage over Switzerland when it comes to the Euro. However, times have changed, and I could argue that Switzerland have surpassed Scotland in the Euro. Switzerland have qualified from the group stage and nearly qualified for the round of 16 in the 2016 edition of the tournament. They improved on this performance in Euro 2020 by getting past the round of 16. They didn't do that against the minnows of the competition, but against France, who had won the World Cup in 2018. It wasn't some lucky affair either. The Swiss took the initiative of the game, lost it, and then came from behind to take the match to extra time before winning on penalties. They almost beat Spain in the quarter-finals. Will Switzerland surpass themselves in this tournament? Scotland have not been able to qualify out of their group in any of the 3 tournaments that they have competed in. Will this be the tournament they manage to do it? Germany is one of the favourites in the competition. As the hosts, they have the possibility of joining Spain, France and Italy, who hosted the competition and won it. To do that, they have to win their second match against Hungary, who have shown that Germany might not find them an easy team to play. Hungary almost ruined Germany's chances for progressing to the round of 16 in the Euro 2020. After that Euro, Hungary played some spectacular matches against Germany. They held Germany to a 1-1 draw at home and beat them 1-0 when they played the reverse leg. Hungary have shown they aren't afraid of Germany, and if Germany aren't careful, they'll lose against Hungary. Do you think that's possible? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more if you want to watch more exciting football content like this. The German way. Germany have got the crazy tactician Julian Nagelsmann as coach. Nagelsmann, who was the youngest ever Bundesliga coach, aged 28, and who led Bayern Munich to a Bundesliga title in 2021-22, has impressed the German FA so much that they have extended his contract to the 2026 World Cup. When Nagelsmann first came on board, he had a bit of a stop-start beginning. However, he showed one thing that was crazy and somewhat reassuring. Nagelsmann showed he wasn't beyond experimenting and growing. His first 2 matches against USA and Mexico had him playing the 4-2-3-1 and 4-2-2-2. Germany won against the United States but drew to Mexico. There was much work to do for Nagelsmann to revive a German side who had one of the most pathetic displays of football in the 2022 World Cup. It was a challenge that Nagelsmann enjoyed. It gave him the opportunity to play around with the squad, and he did some crazy stuff too. After his first game, Germany played against Turkey, and he returned to his 4-2-3-1 setup. Now, this seems like a regular formation, but the German coach had some pretty interesting ideas. He played Havertz as a left-back. The tweak seemed to work for Havertz as he opened the scoring in that game. However, Germany went limp, and a 3-2 defeat in Berlin was the result. Clearly they hadn't gotten there yet, and the coach hadn't given up either. So, in the next match against Austria, Nagelsmann then tried a 3-4-2-1 with Havertz as a wing-back. Someone stop this guy! No need, he stopped himself. After losing to Austria 2-0, Nagelsmann finally had enough to decide on his approach, and he finally settled on a formation. He began using the 4-2-3-1, and it provided some pretty interesting results. They beat France and the Netherlands. However, I don't think they are there yet. Germany was below par against Greece in their latest preparatory friendly for the Euro, and it took the intervention of the cat-like Manuel Neuer to make sure Germany won the game 2-1. Nagelsmann still has some work to do on his squad, and now that he has settled on some of the players he will use, things are clearer. He has also decided to be cheeky with player positions again, but we'll show you that later in the video. The Switzerland approach. Switzerland are in trouble and could very well be on their way out of the tournament by the time they play Germany. Or maybe not. As I have shown you previously, the Swiss have surpassed Scotland in the Euro and have gotten the better of Hungary in their recent matches. However, even if Switzerland has a chance against those two, Germany are a different ball game entirely. Although, I have to add, coaching can make a difference. Only that Switzerland's coach, Murat Yakin, is very much under fire, and not many people, including the Swiss fans, have much confidence in his leadership. Murat Yakin's employment came off the back of an explosive Euro tournament, which saw the country reaching their highest ever stage at the Euro. The coach, who represented Switzerland as a defender from 1994 to 2004, had a chance to steer the team in another direction. The coach was able to help the team qualify out of the World Cup group stages with his trusted 4-2-3-1 formation, which gave the fans confidence that they were on to something. The feeling was that Switzerland would continue that form for the Euro qualifying stages too, since they had a very easy group. Well, famous last words, anyone. Yakin led his team to an explosive start at the qualifying stages as they won their first two matches in style. Unfortunately, after winning their third match, Yakin seemed unable to inspire his team. The coach, who was known for preparing his team, soon got a dangerous reputation after the Swiss only won one of their last 7 matches and ended up drawing 5 times and winning just 4 of their group, which was supposed to be an easy one. They finished second in that group behind Romania and only 2 points ahead of Israel. With great respect to the nations in the group, Switzerland was expected to perform better than they did and not finish 5 points behind Romania. For a rapidly evolving footballing nation like Switzerland, Israel, Belarus, Andorra and Kosovo are not the kinds of teams that should trouble them, but here we are. Unfortunately, Yakin doesn't think we are there yet, or maybe he does. After that surprising qualifying stage, he said something I am very sure would have angered off a lot of fans. "We dominated the group," he said. I wouldn't call that domination, especially given the ease the team experienced in losing their leading positions in the second half. The Swiss conceded 6 times after the 80th minute, which led to a series of draws. The one that would have stung them the most was when they were beating Romania 2-0 into the final stages of the game, and they allowed Romania to get back into the match and hold them to a 2-2 draw. Since then, they have beaten only Andorra in competitive football. So, what dominance, Mr. Yakin? Switzerland FA have revealed they aren't going to part ways with Yakin. They even decided to help him with his apparent inability to coach a defence by hiring Giorgio Contini as one of his assistant coaches. However, Yakin could be facing trouble that the FA can't help him with, but I'll tell you all about that later in the video. Ever since Contini came on board, Switzerland have changed to a formation which fans would rather not see them play. Switzerland have now moved away from Yakin's 4-2-3-1 to play different variations of 3 at the back. Yakin has used the 3-4-2-1 and the 3-4-3 during his preparatory friendlies, which have given him the encouragement he needs going into the competition. Will that be enough against Germany? Who will win? Switzerland have not had much luck against Germany when it came to their overall head-to-head. They have played Germany 52 times and have only managed to win 9 times. Their last win against Germany came in 2012. Based on that head-to-head, this is an easy win for Germany. But there are other things to consider. In their last 2 matches against Germany, Switzerland have managed to hold them to a draw. Apart from that, Switzerland have shown that they are experienced in slaying giants. They beat eventual World Cup winners Spain 1-0 in the 2010 World Cup. Then, more recently, they also came from behind to hold France to a draw and beat them on penalties, as I have mentioned earlier. So, it's doable. However, Switzerland have to fix this crucial trouble that could be brewing. Earlier, I said Switzerland could be in trouble because of how their qualifying went. I told you about how their coach is under fire for that performance. What I didn't mention is that apart from that lackluster qualifying campaign, the coach is also facing the problem of losing his current grip on his players, which seem to be shaky. Xhaka has been outspoken in his criticism about the state of affairs of that Switzerland team. It is only natural for speculation to begin about how much control Yakin had over the team. Xhaka, who was sure that the team would have gone 10-10 in that group stage, is disappointed that they didn't. While the team seems to be in better shape in the friendlies, if the coach doesn't have a handle on the squad, their impressive preparation will be a complete waste. as Germany will punish them for it. Apart from Xhaka and speculation of unrest within the squad, there is also the issue of age in the Switzerland squad. Their best players are aging, and the next generation aren't developing fast enough, but that's not too much of a problem for now. Luckily, they still have shaqiri in this competition, with the forward responsible for scoring or assisting 46% of Switzerland's goals in major tournaments over the last decade. With yet another spectacular goal on Wednesday, the 19th of June, against Scotland, Shaqiri has become the only player to score in all of the last 3 European Championships and the last 3 World Cups. Fortunately, Burnley forward Zeki Amdouni has stepped up. He scored 6 goals in the qualifying stages, and that is reassuring. For Germany, Nagelsmann has to be careful not to upset the balance of his squad with his experiments. The good part is that some players like Kai Havertz, Toni Kroos and Jamal Musiala are playing in a familiar position. The questionable part is Joshua Kimmich, who has spent the past couple of seasons as a midfielder, will now return to the right-back position. While Nagelsmann has claimed there are no issues with the choice, the question is, will his decision affect the squad, or will it be another stroke of tactical genius? We'll see when these two countries meet at the Frankfurt Stadium. Venue: the Frankfurt Arena, aka the Waldstadion, currently known as Deutsche Bank Park for sponsorship purposes, is a retractable roof sports stadium in Frankfurt, Hesse, Germany. This stadium is the home stadium of the German football club Eintracht Frankfurt and was opened in 1925 and has since been modernized several times. The stadium has hosted some matches in the 1974 World Cup, the 1988 Euro, the 2005 Confederations Cup, and the 2006 World Cup. With a capacity of 51,500 spectators, there are really no bad seats, and now it will host this make-or-break match. You are not prepared enough for this. Germany will have their honour at stake in this competition, and Switzerland also want to do better than the quarter-finals this time around. Whose desire is greater? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more if you want to watch more exciting football content like this.